The 2015 World Series champions Kansas City Royals. Man, that's fun to say. Over the incredible 2014 and 2015 Major League Baseball seasons, the Royals only lacked one thing. That one thing was respect from the rest of the league. And when people don't have respect for you or believe in you, it usually means you haven't done something worth believing in yet. And that's how it should be. That's how you prove that you belong. But the Royals have done it. Even after the electrifying run to the 2014 World Series, the Royals still didn't have respect. So that makes them one thing. A fluke. Meaning, even though they've done something once, nobody believes that you can do it again. They got lucky. The 2014 Royals were a team that people could look back on in 15 years and say, hey, you remember that one random Royals team? That was fun. But something weird happened back in the 2014 playoffs. The Royals found their identity. They found a swagger that really took them to the next level. The Royals knew it, and that's all that mattered to them. After defying all of the projections and doubters, the Royals went on to win the 2015 World Series, inspiring me and a metro area of nearly 2 million people to never listen to what your critics have to say. The Royals showed us that all you have to do is put your head down and work. Just drown out the noise and set your heart and mind on something. If you can do that, then nobody will be able to stop you from achieving whatever you set out to do. I'm here to explain to you how not only did the Royals prove people wrong, but how they also were an inspiration to my city and me. They did the improbable by not just making it to the World Series in back-to-back years, but they won it this time. Also, they showed the nation that they were the real definition of the comeback kids during the postseason. They set this city and country on fire. In order to really illustrate how resilient they were, I'll start out by explaining how they drowned out their doubters. Before the 2015 regular season, the Kansas City Royals were projected to win a whopping 72 games and lose 90 games. 90 losses. But they ended up winning more than 72 games. A lot more. They finished the season with a record of 95 wins and 67 losses. That's the best record they finished the season with since 1980, a whole 36 years. So, whoever the genius is that created that algorithm predicting a Major League Baseball team's record should probably look into scrapping that. The Royals were actually projected to get fourth in their division, the American League Central. They got first. No, wait. They actually got first in the entire American League. So, America, how's that? Still think the Royals are a fluke? Well, they did. Even with home field advantage throughout the entire playoffs, Kansas City was not the favorite to win the World Series. They weren't even the favorites to win the ALCS. The Toronto Blue Jays were predicted by most MLB experts to represent the American League in the World Series, not Kansas City. Shame on them. Once the playoffs actually started, the Royals became a whole different monster, an even scarier one. They were Godzilla, and their opponents were Japan. When the playoffs were all said and done, the Royals had set a new MLB record for most comeback wins in a single postseason history. Did I mention that they were resilient or relentless? In total, the Royals won 11 games during the 2015 postseason. In 7 of those 11 games, they were losing late enough in each of those ball games to where their win probability percentage was down to 18%, 1%, 25%, 8%, 10%, 16%, and 5%. So you're saying there's a chance. But as you have seen before, the numbers don't really matter to them. The Royals love it when their backs are against the wall. They have you right where they want you. Once the opposing team gets a little bit of hope, the Royals get to destroy it. As I mentioned before, the Royals didn't just inspire me, but the entire city. I was fortunate to be able to go to 6 postseason games over the last 2 years. The atmosphere inside the stadium was unbelievable. You could hardly even hear yourself think. Kauffman went from one of the most dead stadiums to one of the best home field advantages in the major leagues. The Royals woke their city up. And then there was the legendary parade. It was estimated that there were around 800,000 people at that parade. If you were in an airplane, it would have looked like the city had flooded. This event was so important that they had even canceled schools for the day. And they won't even do that if there was a foot of ice on the ground and the temperature was negative 30. The spirits were so high, the Royals had brought the city together. Our mayor, Sly James, summed it up perfectly. At the parade, he told the Sea of Royal Blue that this team is like our city. We never quit. It really was pretty remarkable what they were able to accomplish. The third best record in franchise history, second World Series crown ever, first in 30 years. They set records and sent joy to all their fans. That being said, it is easy to develop an expectation for the Royals to be able to do what they did these last 2 years every year. So it needs to be understood that what the Royals were able to do was extremely special. But it also needs to be known that the city of Kansas City is special too. So maybe we will be in for a treat for many years to come. But no matter what, do not doubt the Kansas City Royals. Kill us when you can, because if the door is left open for 1 second too long, they'll kill you first.